After studying English for over 30 years, I finally realized something uncomfortable. I think my understanding of language learning has gone through three major changes. And the first stage started in my middle school classroom. At that time, English looked like a system of rules to me, such as pronunciation rules, grammar rules. If you learned the rules and practiced enough exercises, you could get very good exam scores. And that actually worked for me. But later I noticed something interesting. Some of my classmates also had very high scores, but when it came to real conversation, they could barely speak. So that was the first time I realized something very important. For me, English was not only a school subject. I was also trying to use it to communicate in real life. So my understanding changed. I began to see language as a skill, like swimming or playing the piano. If you practice enough, you get better. For many years, I thought that this was the highest level of understanding. But things changed again when I started interacting with native speakers and listening to real English. That was when I began to realize my own limitations. My English was actually a kind of engineered English. It was built from rules. The grammar was usually correct. Sometimes I could even express complicated ideas. But the conversations were still difficult. Sometimes I couldn't catch what people were saying. Sometimes my reactions were slow, and if I stopped monitoring my grammar, mistakes would suddenly appear everywhere. Even worse, I often said things that are technically correct, but native speakers would simply never say them that way. For a long time, I thought the problem was simple. Maybe my training intensity just wasn't high enough. Then something happened that completely changed my perspective. I watched how my child learned English. He didn't know grammar, he couldn't explain any rules, he didn't even recognize many written words. But within about a year, his English became more natural and fluent than mine after decades of study. That moment was shocking for me because it forced me to admit something I hadn't realized before. Language learning is not just about mastering rules. And it's simply not a skill that improves through deliberate retraining either. What really happens is something deeper. Under the right conditions, the brain gradually builds an internal model that can generate language automatically, just like our native language. When we want to say something, the sentence simply appears. We don't think about grammar, we don't think about nouns or verbs. This shift in understanding has probably been the most important one in my entire language journey. Right now, I'm running a small learning community around this idea. We're exploring a different way English systems can grow naturally. If you are curious about this approach, you're welcome to join us.